So let's see if this works. Seems to think it's working. Thought I got Mike Slater's music back in. The best part here is the way I've set up the intro to the show, Jeff, is like I talk over or we talk. If the music isn't hooked up into OBS, it's still fine because this talking is an intro.
Yeah, I get it. Oh, okay, I got protein powder, I got peanut butter, I got jam. There's preserves with some pickles.
All right. Okay. What type of preserves are you talking, by the way? Because I got a fun thing that happened recently, which is I went to Seattle and I got some huckleberry jam.
Ooh, nice. We love a
very
good huckleberry
excited
jam.
about that.
This is Bon Maman for fruit.
What are the fruits we got? Are they all good?
I mean, I'm gonna guess that they're various berries of sorts. Let's take a
Yeah,
look,
usually
shall
you
we?
go multi-berry. All right. So
Yeah.
welcome to IMS Drake U. I am so excited because it turns out that Jeffrey May did indeed
Hey,
go and watch Deadpool, which
I
made me
did.
very excited because I was like, I didn't know if I'd be able to even just bug you about it in chat, like, back and forth DMs. And so I figured as a nice, that happened recently, related, to the stream, keep it topical, Loki, because Loki technically does relate to Deadpool
Oh
versus
yeah,
Wolverine.
yeah. Loki has a lot of Deadpool in there.
I did want to throw out this. I have slowly been working on jeffhascoolcards.com. Super duper simple, Jeff. Part
Oh
of the
wow.
advantage is that this long term could support e commerce and Patreon integration, which could be nice. But just to start, I went old school back in time, and we are back in the 2000s with blogs because it's a WordPress blog. And Jeff, I did my homework early for once. So if you go to jeffhascoolcards.com, you will see that as someone who is a member of the rookie card tier, the end of every month, after Jeff has done all of his breaks, he sends the cards out in the mail. He can't keep them all. So I actually went through last month, Jeff, and have a collection of all the cards I want and a nice fun blog post that overviews what you broke this last month. And I'm hoping to make this a normal thing. I know you and I have, in fact, been talking about this for months, and I'm like, this would be a fun thing to do. And then I never got around to it. But
Yeah, the
finally,
Dre wish list. The Dre wish list is very good.
but this is a fun one. And yeah, hopefully, same point. And I think tonight, Jeff, I will transpose the contest over to a blog post. There is a Patreon post about that. But for those that do not know,
Well, yeah.
patreon.com forward slash Jeff May. If you comment on a post in the next, 2 days, until the end of the 31st?
Yeah, till the end of the 31st. So yeah, once they comment on any of the ones that were of the reveal posts, and they will get a nice little treat in the mail. They'll get
Double Gemmin
Spider-Man
8s.
and Wembanyama.
Gemmin 8. Gemmin 8. Shout out to... Sorry.
What's happened is when you did the What a Dre Wants, you're going to miss the July 31st.
So what I am planning, Jeff, for long term is I will probably do the Monday before the end, and then I will just tack onto it. But this, I figure, is also a nice, if we're talking synergistic, it's a nice reminder to people to do this at the end of the month. My favorite, by the way, Jeff, is since you and I are both collecting Marvel Universe Series 2, and I am trying to get a complete binder of these, that I had a list ready for you. I was like, here are all the ones I'm missing. If I'm allowed to peek behind the curtain, for those that don't know, on Jeff Has Cool Friends, Jeff Has Cool Cards, patreon.com forward slash Jeff May, you set a hope for this month. Something that you do for the rookie card tiers is occasionally you'll get like autographs or extras if you go to conventions. Were you able to get any autograph time?
It's hard for me because I don't want to spoil that, but very
that's
much
nice.
so.
That is more than enough. So maybe. Solid mate.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put it very simply. Yes, I did. I absolutely did. So everybody that is on the rookie card tier is getting an autographed card from Comic-Con, and if somehow the orders bump up a little bit and they get a little bit too, if there's too many people that receive, I have lots of other autographs that I can send to people. So there will be Lots of autos. Autos aplenty are coming in. So everybody gets an auto this week.
Can I ask another question related to the brakes? So shout out to Walker. I did try and do my best to give credit to people.
Hey, Walker.
You had a lot of sponsored breaks this last month, which, as someone trying to help you produce this, Jeff, just does my heart proud. But I got to ask, on the Bloodlines, the Patreon sponsored Bloodlines break, did you get many requests for the Jam card?
Yeah. Was that this month? I thought I mailed those out.
That was
Uh-oh.
July 3rd.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, well,
People might have gotten them last month. I don't know. Walker's in the chat. Walker, did you get any Bloodlines cards last month? I might have conflated them into the last month's packaging, so feel free to let me know. I'd go into my studio, but it's warm in there and I'm tired. I've been working all day.
That's fine. And then
But
I did make an official note of this, Jeff. I asked for the Super Bowl foil on camera. You say it's mine, but if this winds up in my possession, the Super Bowl foil from July 3rd Bloodlines, go back and check that out, folks. Amazing watch. But if that winds up in my possession, Jeff, I'm gonna owe you something, and you and I send stuff back and forth all the time anyway, so will not be a problem.
Ray, I got you something you're really gonna like.
I believe you, because that's again.
I got you something that's it's something up both of our alleys there. But I did get a lot of autographs, cards to our autograph. Walker said he spent the last month rehabbing. He doesn't remember anything. I'll check. If I sent the Bloodlines out before, then it is what it is. But
all right. Well, we'll keep talking. I'll get into that. So by the way, let's keep up some excitement. So because of scheduling, we have to push stuff back, but we are going to be recording Nerd shortly. Let me I'm actually going to do a zoom out and give myself a little more space here because I forgot
give yourself a little bit of space. Those are really tight.
Well, no, what I was also going to say is the subtle difference on the Loki cards that, I'm not, it varies, but these do the sideways. So, if it was this way, we would have been fine. Because it's sideways, I want to zoom out a little so I can actually capture that.
Yeah, the horizontals.
I won't let you down. Oh, this is cool. We got a cool one coming. I can deliver the variant. Research providing materials. And look at this. This I love. I don't know what this is, Jeff, but it's a Loki variant card. It's a Sylvie.
Look on the back.
It says Loki variant LV5. So I'm assuming Loki variant is that. And yeah, this is just, I don't know, it's a hologram of some sort. That is cool. That is a cool card. And of course, Sylvie, Lady Loki was, just a huge, huge get in the show. She definitely made it.
Yeah, she was huge.
Love these. What makes a Loki a Loki?
That was gorgeous. I love those foils. Those foils really rock out.
We've said this, yeah. The green and purple in this set show up every 2 to 3 packs, so they're pretty common, but they are gorgeous. And oh yeah, I was gonna say, how close were you? Because you were actually at Comic-Con. How close were you to all of the Robert Downey news and all that just popped?
Oh, well, that was Hall H. I was actually home by the time that was announced. I left Friday night. So just so you know, that Sylvie variant hologram LV5, they go for about what looks like on at least COMC, they go for about $33.
That almost makes it, because these boxes, that was one thing that I love about this. I'm a set completer. In the I must break you, I must Drake you land. I must break you, Jeff's show. Jeff breaks cards and sends them out. I must Drake you. I break cards, and spoiler, I do send some out. So Jeff actually got a package for. We do love these, the purple ones, Sylvie and Loki. Don't like that other guy. We can crop him out.
Yeah, well, R.I.P.
For all time, always.
Yeah, Walker said R.I.P. to his career.
Ish. I mean, here's what sucks. Here's what sucks about the world, even when we talk cancel culture and such, right?
Yeah.
He still gets residuals and crap on the other movies, right?
Sure, he did the work.
Yeah, so, but I guess, well, I mean, and so another point, a movie that's out, or a TV show that's out right now is, what is it, Clipped?
Oh, the Clippers show.
Yeah, with Morgan Freeman. Or not Morgan Freeman, geez.
Ed O'Neill's in there, right?
Ed O'Neill's in there. Yeah, I mean, the role he was born to play, which is a shit. That sucks. And they're like, we need a really old, clueless, racist white guy. And it's like, well, I'm glad you came to me for the money, but, you know, how do I find the timekeepers? This is a Sylvie heavy day, which I am a fan of, TVA profiles. So
Yeah, right. That rips, dude.
I love. And then this, again, this, another one, because spoiler alert, this says a fugitive variant. We don't know who that is, but when you reveal that, boom, it's going to be her. So yeah, this is a cool. I'm digging this. But
That's
yeah,
a good
so,
one.
so
The bottom edge looks a little bit rough, unfortunately,
let's see on the. Oh yeah, this.
on the Sylvie purple.
That's the one. The only kind of problem we have with, as you've noted, like darker borders and stuff and thicker cards, is that just the edges show everything.
Yep.
And yeah,
Yep,
unfortunately,
that
and
does
this is one
happen.
of those where it's not just like extra paper on it. It is, yeah. So it won't be great in that one, but again, that's also like of three. You know, comes every 3 packs.
Yeah. We
But
love that. Well, yeah, Deadpool was good. I did the we just watched with David Bell and
Sean
Sean
Baby.
Baby, which is great. I also met Sean Baby at Comic-Con about 10 years ago. Like that was the first time I ever met him. He was never in the cracked offices.
So I don't have any complaints that this didn't come up because you did note that you had a bunch of stuff to review. But I'm going to be curious because it actually turns out on 1-900 Hot Dog they did 3 episodes on World Martial Arts Council, and
Oh, did
they
they?
picked the best. If you were going to do a one-off episode, ooh, Elias is how you say it. Yeah.
Elias, yeah.
But yeah,
Very annoying card to deal with in Marvel Snap, by the way.
it's like a monster that destroys everything, right?
He's 6 cost, 10 power, and he eliminates all of the game text of every character that was unrevealed that turn.
Now, unfortunately, re- interesting. I'm gonna ask about that in a second. Now, you have kind of ruined these cards for me, Jeff, in that this looks awesome. Actually, that's not in
Oh,
bad shape.
the film cell, yeah.
But it's like,
I always
not to
like the
be mean,
cell
it's
card.
nothing special, right? Like this is a manufactured film cell, so it's cool.
Sure, yeah.
But even on the, though, I was gonna say this card is. I'm almost curious on grading it just because of the condition.
It's a waste of your energy.
It's. I'm just.
Grading, there's no financial reason to grade. I mean, you can grade it because you want to see what it'll be
Yeah,
like.
that's well. That's okay. So again, that's a subtle. We've kind of talked this a bit, and I have thicker ones to do that. You know, a subtle distinction between Drake and Break Hugh is that Break is already, in theory, a financial, like, money making endeavor, and I think we have places to go with that. Whereas Drake does tend to be me more collecting, stuff I'm interested in, completing sets, whatever.
Yeah.
So even some of the grading, like as an example, great grading reveal. Yeah, somebody bombed the sacred timeline. What a weird plot device. And then we've got the non. Yeah, you can see this. Of
Nice.
course, the non-purple one's got the corners in the much better shape. But
Yeah,
yeah, this
Walker makes a good point. He says Elias is the new Galactus.
pretty much. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Okay.
Also, I'm just going to tell you guys on the video, for no particular reason, that they didn't have olives at Costco, but I did get pickles. So
Okay.
all of the people that are listening would need to know that.
Let's have a discussion. So, what type of if they had pickles, Jeff? Which type would you have gone for?
No, I got small dill pickles, but I was looking for manzanilla olives. All they had was giant ones. Excuse me for 1 second.
Okay. Boo. He who remains. As promised, the variants. It's a cool card. There's 2 options. Again, I do think it's funny in the realm of why can't you just recast Kang? Obviously, that was an easy solution, but I'm also okay with the logic of, hey, Robert Downey Jr. is probably going to put more people in the seats, although that kind of logic in sports tends to be overblown.
Yeah, I mean, Marvel has made it a point to just be like, yeah, we'll replace somebody if they suck. They did that with Terrence Howard. Um, that happens.
Your favorite Loki betrayed you. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. Like, I think I don't know. We'll see what they do. I mean, what I loved about Deadpool versus Wolverine, there's a great podcast with you and Sean Baby on it. And as mentioned, Sean Baby also did WMAC podcast, only 3 episodes, so not the whole series. But so you two were a delight together to listen to on Gamefully Unemployed. Um, but just like, here we go. This is numbered. Glorious Purpose. And we've discussed this card
Oh,
many,
nice.
many times on this set. This is one of my favorite scenes, and I do love old Loki. So this is a good
So you got a gold numbered to 275, glorious purpose. That's rad as
225.
hell, dude.
Yeah, so far
Is it 225? Oh, nice.
not a bad set of hits.
No, this break has good stuff.
And also the sad part I'll mention, yeah, these boxes plummeted in price. We got a Loki variant, probably because some of the Kang stuff, and it does seem like if you're doing collecting for various, hobby boxes, you do usually want to. It's rough, right? Like either if you buy it early, you guarantee you get one, but they might drop in price at the end of the
So
season, especially when things like redemptions are expire, right? So that the
one of
space.
the things. Oh, sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead.
good. Yeah, let's hear advice on hobby boxes and
I,
such.
I was just gonna say one of the reasons that the price goes down so much as opposed to the other ones is that television properties seem to move a lot quicker in the zeitgeist than movies, so the movies hold more value.
Yeah, and then it's do they get renewed? Does one of the leads get canceled? Which
Yeah.
whatever. Help us find a way. Again, another point, as mentioned, right, is some of these sets have redemptions and stuff, and as those start expiring and the company has no reason to honor them, that drops the potential value and break. I have 2 packs left. All right.
Here it is. Here we go.
But I mean, I've probably already got my hits for the set. I got the Cell, the Numbered, the Sylvie, which that's just a hold for long because I love the character. And hopefully, if Marvel knows what they're doing, this is a hilarious card. So this is a fun scene, but it's both variants escape. We've discussed this. Not all the cards on this set are going to be winners. It's just like the inside of a Walmart.
Yeah.
That's a card. This I do love. Sylvie and
Oh,
Mobius.
that's good. That green Sylvia
Yeah,
Mobius one.
in a car together. That was a fun scene.
Yeah,
Okay.
it seems like I'm really driving the car along with you. It seems like you have a lot of Loki thing going on, like your own thing, which I really like. I really get behind that.
But you and Sean Baby kind of discussing it, and I did love. I commented on Twitter about this, Jeff. You kind of just talking to Dave. You and Sean Baby both noticing, like, oh yeah, in terms of what this should be doing, this movie doesn't do a lot of the things it's supposed to do, but it just
No,
works.
it's all member berries and it works.
Oh, there we go. Nice card. I think I've almost got the TVA profiles complete, but that is an
Oh,
awesome one. The
nice.
Goliath
Look at
one.
that. Nice ball,
That
dude.
is a cool one. She just gets messed
Uh,
up. Feel for her. Actually, I was gonna say, yeah, in terms of Deadpool and Loki, we certainly have the a lot of overlap in so much as Loki has a strong female protagonist who's able to mess up people's brains when she gets right up close to them. So, hmm.
right. Well, I mean, because she's essentially she's what you call it there she's the enchantress, right? Like
Yeah,
that's the whole thing.
essentially, yeah, and she can
Yeah.
convince people. So Walker Morgan is saying, gotta go for college. And then I'm curious, Aaron Wood said B minus C plus for, oh, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh,
Huh?
so Aaron, former guest of the show, former Jeff's cool friend, Aaron Wood, only gave it a B plus, B minus, C plus. I'd give it a little bit higher than that because I feel like it knew what it was doing.
All right.
Like it's very self-aware, so it's like, hey, we're goofing off, we're having a good time.
Yeah, I mean,
You
and you
know
said that, and I know for a fact. Interesting. What number was Aaron Wood, Jeff? I'm trying to look on the
what
YouTube channel.
episode number was
Yeah.
he? If you give me a second, you continue doing your thing, and
Episode
I'll find that
episode
information out.
56, and I'll put that up just so people can see. So, and then you can see
Episode
let's
56.
see all the stuff. And that's all the stuff on the side is boring. Not watching anything fun. But yeah, episode 56. So that's in the recent past. And something I'm going to start doing, Jeff. I don't know if you noticed. I did this for very last guess, and names just immediately escape my brain.
Later Walker, by the way.
But Todd Stashwick by Mocker is I did like just explicitly add a description relative to them. I'll maybe.
Oh, really?
And I did that with like James Wajtal. So
Voidal is actually his name.
Voidal, thank you.
Voidal, who, by the way, one of my future guests, who's like a super famous Muppet guy.
Oh, you got the other Muppet one because when you said
I have another Muppet friend that I ran into at Comic-Con, and I said, "Oh, I just did an episode with James Foidel," and he goes, "That dude is incredible, and he should be running his own shop by now." He was like the guy I was working with, and the guy I was working with, like when you see it, you'll be like, "Oh my God, that guy has a deep resume." And I said, like, "Oh yeah, like my friend James, like we mentioned you," and he's like, "That guy is incredible."
Well, we hear it on the episode, which is, and then I do love that like you kind of have the backstory right. You have the like you almost have an origin story of seeing the I didn't even think about this, Jeff, seeing the couch. World ages.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because when you were talking to James about like learning how to be a Muppet, like a puppeteer and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And like, oh, how do they do this? And then seeing like the couch and realizing like the material on the couch could be useful for that.
Yes.
But then now I'm laughing because, of course, the world changed and pivoted since you recorded that episode. And the meaning of like, looked at the couch and realized something. It's like, it's not maybe the origin story you want.
Yeah, it's funny. So it's funny, like a lot of why I was in San Diego Comic-Con was to book guests for Jeff Has Cool Friends. Like that's one of the main meeting places. And actually the guest who is going to drop at 12:01 a.m. tomorrow, so tonight/tomorrow, and then next week on the free feed, is somebody that I've been internet friends with for over a decade that I finally met for the first time. And it's fascinating. Like me and this person that I didn't really realize we had been paralleling each other so well. And it's a fascinating episode with a fascinating person. And I'm very excited about it.
You know what's funny is that's starting to become like we were going to do TV tropes for Jeff Has Cool Friends. It's remarkable how much that like plot line shows up for you, right? Of like, oh, this person on the internet was doing a lot similar. If you find anybody in New England, right, it gets even wilder. I do love listening to you and anybody else from the New England area talk to each other.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Dave Bell. I'm looking forward to a lot of that because you and him are going to be doing more in the
Tom
coming.
and Jeff watch Batman. And if you want, I'll let you guys in on a little secret. You know what? I'll give a YouTube live exclusive secret of Tom and Jeff watch Batman when it becomes Dave and Jeff watch Batman for a couple weeks while Tom is being a good ass dad. We're going to be covering that weird Suicide Squad anime that's on Max.
Huh.
Because it looks bad. And we thought that would be like really, I told him, I was like, this looks like it sucks. We need to do this. And he's like, hell yeah. So that'll go up on Wednesday. Jeff Has Cool Friends will go up tomorrow. But yeah, so we're going to do that.
Deadpool versus Wolverine today.
Deadpool versus Wolverine went up today. Oh yeah, so let's see. Do I have anything dropping Thursday? Oh, Thursday I'm leaving. I'm going to Vegas for Star Trek Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, okay. Now, by the way, funny thing if we're going to go back in time, and I'm curious if the world has changed. and what you are allowed to do. But I remember last year when you did that, you just assumed you would be able to like buy materials for a break, and they didn't have any.
There were no
I
cards
am
there. Yeah.
curious if you can do any Star Trek stuff ahead of time and then bring it with you, and if there's anything to be done
Oh,
there.
for
If it's
like autographs or something? I could try to find Star Trek cards somewhere.
and you have, I'm curious. I mean, you do a
I
fairly
don't have anything Star Trek here. No, I don't have any Star
stored
Trek.
stored. I mean, as a point, that has been one of your go to breaks. But as we noted, Patreon.com/Jeff May, go there and Jeff gives them away, or if they're really valuable or rare, we'll grade them, etc. But
Yeah.
yeah, so like I know you've broken tons of Star Trek stuff. I know because I went through and did a list of all of your stuff recently. Jeff, YouTube.com. Jeff has cool cards where you're at right now. We appreciate it, but keep going. Notification bell. Tell other people because we
Oh
migrated
yeah.
all of Jeff's stuff over, and like this happened to me a couple times with you, Jeff, where I'm like, I'm gonna do a quick project with a bunch of your backlog, and you're like, good luck, dude. And then I do it, and
I
I'm
always
like,
tell you, I have to remind you that there is no such thing as a quick project with this backlog.
and then I go and I'm just like, Jeff, you have broken so many cards. Just so many. Jeff has broken so many cards, and you have definitely broken a fair number of Star Trek cards. That's cool.
Yes, yeah. And like I could see, I know there are some Star Trek Discovery cards that exist. The thing is I've never really watched it, in spite of the fact that I have been Tig Notaro on on Twitter. I have
How did that
used
come
their
about, by the
account.
way? How does one
It's a
do that?
comedian thing. So
Yeah,
it's like shared. So like comedians get the password and then you basically like hand it off to the next one. So it got handed off to me by my ex, who made me promise to give it to her friend because she was like, "Well, I was going to give it to this friend." And I was like, "Okay, cool, but like then it'll never come back to me if that's like I'll never have access to that again." And so, they were nice enough to share that with me, and
and did I
then I shared
miss?
it with that
I guess
friend.
did I miss the week where she was? I guess I missed that. So I saw you when you did what's a
Yeah,
Star Wars or whatever, right?
I said, "Okay, I'll bite. What's Star Trek?" And then people lost their minds.
Love it. I guess I missed her time as it, so now I feel past me feels slightly bad, but me.
You know what? You don't have to worry about that. Much like Electra, or never mind, I don't want to
Yeah, I know that's
spoil
rough.
anything from movies that have happened 20 years ago, but you know,
Hmm.
it's fine. But yeah, so hey, you had a good break on this one
Yeah,
with
and
those
I'm going.
two. That did you sleeved up the hologram and the numbered card,
I
right?
sleeved up
Already?
the hologram and numbered, and the cell I can, but then I have I have to get like thicker ones. That's the annoyance. Oh, and by the way, I did do that. I sent you some cool stuff, and I don't want to spoil it for Jeff May's mailbag. So again, we keep shouting stuff out. Patreon.com/Jeff May. If you follow Jeff on Patreon, you follow him on the socials, you can always just, DM him at this moment with our size. That works.
Yeah.
And
So I'm going to, as a heads up, I'm going to do a mailbag on Wednesday along with the along with the break.
getting there. And by the way, I'm 32 cards from completing a set. I may have done it in this box. We'll see the base.
Oh, that's
So
very exciting.
so yeah, I mean, I actually do get a thrill out of that when we're talking like this stuff, like breaking. I actually do enjoy going for sets that I want to complete. So that is one thing I like through you about like your Star Wars Jabba's Palace cards. Is I probably
Yeah.
want the rares, although I haven't checked to see if they're duplicates because they're not memorable rares except for one that I'm hoping you send off to get graded for good content.
So memorable rare. There's Princess Leia, Temtel Screech, Princess Leia Organa, Temtel Screech, and Jabba the Hutt are like the mains in that set. And then there are like slightly better aliens, and there's a couple like blaster deflections, a decent enough card.
Yeah, it's yours. As I mentioned, Jeff, yours for $4. As Jeff said, it was worth like 5. And I was like, cool, I'll give it to you for 4.
That's a good, like, people still play with that card regularly. Because here's the thing with the Star Wars customizable card game, we talked about this on the episode of Nerd, but there is a strong contingent of people that are still making cards. There's the players committee, which is still making cards for this set. They're making virtual cards, which you can then print out and place in the sleeves on top of other cards.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. And yeah, go back. I did link it, by the way, in our in the show notes for what a Dre wants. I did not use. Jeff actually made a cool graphic for me based on the Amanda Bynes hit movie What a Girl Wants. And does that doesn't have Channing Tatum in it, does it? That's She's the Man, right?
That She's the Man, I believe.
Channing Tatum is a delight in all movies he's in, including old Amanda Bynes vehicles.
Including the G.I. Joe retaliation where his friend killed him as a favor.
Yeah, and that you met in the car, which is definitely hilarious. All right. So you're saying we're actually going to get a supersized Wednesday, basically in part because you were traveling this last Friday, so couldn't do the normal mailbag slot. And then you're traveling this Thursday. So that's really cool. Wish I'd have thought about. I've been doing too much travel to have even been able to think about it, Jeff. But yeah, if there's anything card related for Star Trek, that's cool. But if not, I would not worry about it, especially since you're leaving after the Wednesday. That was the only thing that dinged you last year, is you went out to Star Trek, said, "Hey, I'll bring, I'll just get something while I'm out here," and then there was nothing out there.
Oh, then didn't I took an Uber to a card store.
Yep, and you get Winter Smolder?
I got Winter Smolder, and like that might be the most expensive break I've ever done just because of the cost of the Uber back and forth.
Yeah.
Like just the Ubering alone cost me like $55 or $60.
I keep bringing this up anytime if I visit Chicago, like I said, Seattle, anytime I visit a big city, it is such a sticker shock on the minor stuff, right? Where you're just like, okay, I'm going to get an Uber to the airport. And you're like, excuse me, it's how much? All right.
Yeah.
But okay, so we got Supersize Wednesday, nothing in theory Thursday. Any, so I'd ask for more spoilers. Anything Hypecast related or anything for Friday?
No, I don't have a Hypecast scheduled. I like this week is very tense because I'm going to be doing the PSA giveaway as well. Maybe I'll draw that on Thursday. Like I'll try to figure out how to do like a random generator or something to figure out which video to use and stuff like that. So maybe I'll do a stream. Oh no, I can't do a stream on Thursday. What am I talking about? In that regard, I might actually give people a little bit of a grace period before I actually make the decision, because on Thursday when I would be choosing, I might be gone. So
I love it. And like I said, what I'm going to aim to do, Jeff, is I'm going to just take that post that I actually sent you originally, give a little more content to jeffhascoolcards.com. So now we have a web presence. So we got the site, got all that stuff. We got the fun stuff that Jeff will be doing this week. Jeff, can I ask a favor? I can play us out because we've obviously gotten through the cards. I got the screen. Can I keep you for like 5 minutes after the broadcast is over?
Yeah. Let's stick around. Let's have our own little show while people are gone.
I was gonna say I wasn't able to. There was no Logan and Jeff After Dark this week on Gamefully, but there was like anime Abe. There were still people around talking late about like anime. Yeah. All right, so I Must Break You on Wednesday, patreon.com/Jeff May. Jeff can't hear it, but the music is playing. When the music stops playing, I'm going to stop streaming, stop the podcast.